That's an issue. I've only gone 433 miles. I should have a lot more fuel on that gauge than what it's showing. For some odd reason it says 0. Guess we're dropping the tank. Hello guys and welcome back. My name is Craig and this is No Factory Garage. And as you guys just saw, my fuel gauge just stopped working on me. Funny story, I fill up Sundays. So Monday, get in the truck and I start my way off to work. And work's about 15 miles away at the most. To work, I went from a full tank down to half a tank. That truck will generally go a whole week on half a tank going to work and coming back. In that first drive, I lost half of the fuel. On my way home, I lost the rest of it. And as I'm backing into the driveway, the fuel light came on. So I've been driving around for last week, and this is, well, I stopped driving it yesterday, which would have been a week and 2 days, and I'm up to 433 miles. If it can go 500 miles fully filled, or if it's 600 miles fully filled. But today, I'm gonna show you guys how to drop a fuel tank, how to access what's inside. So let's get to it. All right, guys. So here's the fuel tank. Nice and plastic. This has a metal guard pan underneath of it, very nice. So it has 2 brackets right here. Gotta take the metal one off first. There's one here, and then there's one down there. And I believe, if I remember right, you have your one hinge right here, and then you have this right here. No. Looks like that wasn't tight. So, maybe it's a good thing we're down here. That was expensive. Okay. References, that was a 10 millimeter. Now that reveals that bracket right there, which is a 13. Yeah, that's still got fuel in it quite a bit. So you have 2 connections right there. You got 1 connection right there. There. I have an extra connection on mine, but yeah. All right, something to note is you have your fill-up neck tube, your 2 filler tubes that you're gonna want to take care of before they come crashing down. I have this other line right here that comes off of my big fuel tank. So my big fuel tank gravity feeds from there into this filter housing, and it gets a little bit of a filter before it goes into this tank. Alright, that doesn't help. Kind of, not really. Alright, so you have this connection right here. Little pull, push down, breaks that, and it comes out. That's right there. And there's another one right for this truck right there. right there. And there you go. Oh, there's a little clip on top that holds it to the bed. All right. Now I have this special connector right there, which this is a standard truck. I highly doubt anyone else has anything close to this. So right here, you gotta push in and then you yank. There we go. All right. And at this point, alright guys, sorry I'm not really in the shop today. I think that's fine. This is the reason I'm coming in here, and I'm probably gonna be replacing this tank as this got destroyed. Also, there's a vent tube that goes right here. This is added. So this is your fill up, right? Fills up your tank. Here's a vent. Your supply is the bigger one. Your return, whatever fuel's coming back from the engine that's not being used, comes back in here and just dumps it back down. This is your vent for when you're filling up. This is broken. It should look a little bit more like one of these. This is your housing unit. Here's another vent, rear vent. Right here, you're not gonna have this. This is something I added. This is for my gravity feed tank. So if you are trying to figure out whether or not your fuel gauge is the issue, or if you have something along the lines like a wire, what you want to do is grab your voltmeter, put it to ohms, and then you're going to want to check for the resistance on it. Connect your probes to your pins inside. Can you guys see that? It says 15.6. That is what it's going to read. 15 is what it reads when it's empty. And it's actually reading accurate, it's just the float's not working. I'm sure there's an actual tool, but I'm going to use a brass punch and a hammer. This is diesel. It doesn't ignite like gasoline does. So I just put some shop air around it and used a little scraper, some of that off. All right, something you want to take note. There is an arrow on the top of this, so it does have a direction. Here we go. Oh, well, looky there, guys. There is my issue. You guys are probably not sure what's going on there. There should be a little plastic piece right here called a float, and it's hollow. It'll float in fuel. So when you fill up your fuel, this thing rises up to the top. So when you're full, it's all the way up here, and you can drive down the road, and as you drive and you burn fuel and it comes out of the tank, this float drops down to the bottom until it hits the bottom, and then you know you're empty. Well, there's no float on it, so that's the problem. Well, it most likely is the problem. Now, can we test this? Yes, we can. back over with the voltmeter. Go back to that ohms setting. Put a pin right there. Put a pin right there. 15. Alright, now I'm going to take this. I'm going to come up. Boom. Right there. You guys can't see that. So now, oop, that's going to read empty. Boom. Right there. That's going to read, hopefully, full. Probe it again. It's kind of hard to get my probes in here. And we're at 160 ohms. Now if I can move this, to about the halfway point, we are at about 180, 70. So yep, that is the issue. I have lost my float. The other reason you guys might be in this tank is to replace this pickup tube right here. This often breaks. It's brittle, breaks, about 2 years old. You can buy them on Amazon. I think it was like 15 bucks. Super easy, guys. It took me like 20 minutes to pull the tank out. So you can get these out, and yeah, so that's definitely another reason a lot of people might be interested in coming into this tank. The gauge as itself reads, I would say, correctly. Now, I want to replace this tank because this is missing. If that was there, wouldn't be an issue. Oh, here we go. This is the float, guys. Not much to it. Looks like it just kind of slid off. Oops. Well, there it goes completely. It still floats. Alright guys, that's it. That's all you have to do to remove a fuel tank. And I showed you guys how to check it. I believe I've seen those floats on Summit Racing. Like $7, of course, shipping. I'm sure you could find it on Amazon too, if you're into that free shipping stuff. It registers good. So I'm only concerned about getting another float that actually stays on it. And I think I'm going to replace the fuel tank because of that broken piece. And I'll probably look to see if I can't find a rubber replacement, just because it's probably one of the reasons why it's so messy up there. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.
Alright guys, so there she is. International. It's an older girl. It's got a diesel engine in it. Body's in pretty good shape. Frame's great. Tires are bad. Wheels, split rims. Nice. Not at all. Older truck. I'm thinking about doing a trade with the owner. Trading this thing for some work. It's missing the heads. It's an old IDI 7.3 diesel engine. It needs lots of work. But I'm thinking, well, what the heck. Get it up and running. Couldn't buy one of these for as much as I think it's going to cost to my time to do an engine swap. Oh, this side's a little bit more exposed. Ooh, that one's rusty. Yeah, maybe not. Guess I would want to see if this thing rotates over without anything. Nice cab. Don't know what that was. Mud dauber nest. Intake and everything. Diesel only. Steering wheel. Honk honk. I think the temperature gauge isn't working. I don't know what gauge that is. There's a lot of extra gauges. Spots. Fuel tank doesn't look like it's working. Yes, one of the perks to this is I believe it has at least a 4-speed automatic Allison transmission. That's one of the best things about this. Oh, there's a wasp nest up there. Yeah, good thing that's not inhabited right now. So, wheel coolers on the side. This looks like it was a tumble. Door's in pretty good shape. Frame, like I said, is pretty good shape. Can we see that transmission? Well, not really good from here. Looks like an Allison. I'm gonna guess 2000. I don't know a lot about Allisons yet. But anyways, it is... I don't know what that is. Well, there'd definitely be a bigger truck for sure. Well guys, how bad of an idea is it? This truck. Let me know in the comments below. Oh, can't see. Behind that, there's that truck. Behind it is this beauty. Man a day. She's rough. I don't know if there's any straight panel on this truck. But man, what a beautiful looker. She used to be an asphalt truck, I think. So she's rough. Giant rear axle. Rear pumpkin, I guess is the correct term. Ugh. I don't know what transmission that has. All rusted up. Pretty cool. Alright, I gotta get out of here. But, you know, that'd make one sweet tow rig.